Room 13. So I was out on a business trip. I had to go do some business in another state. So I packed all my bags, the stuff I needed, and I went on a road trip. The business trip was like 2 states away. So I decided when I get there, I'm gonna rent a hotel, or a motel. I mean, instead of just sleeping in my car, because they said I could be there for about a week. Because it was a long business trip. I was getting paid pretty good for it too, so you dang right I took that opportunity. After a few hours of driving, finally got to a motel close enough. I was getting tired. This motel was called Scenic View Motel. It had about 21 rooms max. It wasn't that big. It was just like a roadside motel. So I pulled in, and it had a sign that said open 24 hours, the lobby. So I went on in. I asked what the prices were. They said $80 a night. I was like, jeez, god dang. But I know I was getting paid pretty well, so I decided to rent it anyway. I asked them how much it was for a week. They said $300. So I was like, dang. It's a lot cheaper to rent for 1 week than it is for 1 day. So I just rented a whole week. So I was going to be there a whole week on my working trip. So the guy working at the register, he seemed kind of like, I don't know how to say it, but weird. He just didn't act really normal. I don't know what it was about him, but there was something weird about him. Like, almost like he was hiding something. And I was new there. I don't know. Definitely creeped me out. I didn't like that guy. Well, the only room they had open was room 13. So I took it. Went on in, it wasn't that big. He told me that there was a door in the side, or the corner, where the room goes to the next room. In case you wanted to rent both sides out, but somebody was already renting the other side out. So it said, keep the door locked, in case the people try to open the door, that they can't come in your room. I was like, okay. So I went in and locked the door. It had 2 bolt locks. Locked them. Brought my bags of clothes in and the stuff I needed to camp out there for a week. It was pretty quiet. I mean, there wasn't much banging next to the door or nothing. Usually, like most motels, they're loud next door. You know what I mean? You hear a lot of banging or yelling. It was quiet. It was so quiet, it was almost like nobody was living next to me. The weird part is, when he said that almost all the rooms were took up except for room 13, there must have been only like 6 vehicles out there, besides mine. So unless the people got no cars, they can't be taking up 21 rooms. You wouldn't think. But I thought nothing of it. I was tired. I just want to get to bed. So I locked my front door, got my stuff unpacked. I went down. I lay in bed and turned the TV on. Luckily, they had cable. I turned on History Channel, sitting there watching some shows till I fell asleep. Had my alarm set, so I woke up 6 o'clock, got dressed, and rode to work. Luckily, it was doing an hour drive to get to my work from there. So basically, I worked at 8 to 6 job. I got up at 6, drove an hour, and I started working at 8. We all sat around talking. So I got off at 6 o'clock, tired again. Got to my room, unlocked the door, and I forgot that the people come in there and give you fresh supplies, towels. But the weird part about that, it almost looked like they went through my stuff. and they ain't supposed to do that. So I went to the lobby and asked the guy working if they sent any people there to clean my room. They said no. They said we don't do that unless we ask your permission first. So that made me even more weird, knowing that someone was in my room and it wasn't even the people that cleaned. So who did it? I went over to the side door where he told me to lock. It was unlocked. So I locked it again. So whoever did it must have been people in the side room, right next to me. Whereas that room was room 14. So I got undressed, took a shower, and then went to bed. I got woken up in the middle of the night. Must have been around 12 o'clock. The room was totally dark. And I left the TV on too. And it wasn't that new of a TV. I mean, it don't have the auto shut off. So somebody's been in the room or something to turn the TV off. Got up, turned the light on. There was a drop of blood beside my bed. Don't ask how I noticed it, because I don't even know how I noticed it. I turned the light on, I looked around the room, and I guess I glanced down at the floor and noticed a drop of blood. So I got out of bed. I was looking around the room. I went in the bathroom. There was nothing in there. And I went to the door. The side door was unlocked again. So after that, I put a chair in front of the doorknob so they couldn't open the door without me waking up. Plus, I locked it. Went back to bed, woke up at 6, had to work again. I didn't get off a little later this night. They kept me there working. I didn't get off till at least 7. So I headed home, even more tired because I had to work later. Went to my door, went to open it. It was half open already. I mean, whoever went in there didn't even close it all the way. So I just pushed the door open, went in there. The chair was broken. The one I had propping the door. Like whoever did it just slammed into it until the chair broke. And the door was closed again. But the chair was sitting there broke. So I put another chair in front of the door. Just to be safe. Locked it again. And then I went in the bathroom to wash up. Went to grab a towel. And the towel was soaked in blood. All my hair stood up after seeing that. And it almost was fresh. I touched it and it rubbed off my finger. It was fresh. So I grabbed another towel and kept washing up. Then I finally got done. Went out in the room to only see the door open again. And this is my front door. And I locked it. So whoever was getting in there had another key. But the weird part was, even though the door was open, there was nobody in there. So I went and locked the door, and I put a chair in front of that door. Luckily, they had a table in there that had 4 chairs. So I had a few chairs to lock the doors with. Luckily. I didn't even want to sleep that night because I knowing something kept coming in that room. While I was sleeping, too. Because that would explain the blood drip on the floor. So I was sleeping, or trying to sleep, and I heard a loud bang in the room next to me. So I got curious. I grabbed a kitchen knife, and I unlocked the door, pulled the chair out, and opened the door to room 14, the side door that I kept locked. I opened it. It was pitch black in there. So I went and grabbed the flashlight and went in there. There was nothing in there at all. It was just totally empty. And the problem is, the guy woke and told me that there was somebody living in there. I mean, this room has not been disturbed at all. There ain't nothing in the room at all. Totally empty. No furniture, nothing. There wasn't even beds in here. Like it was just an empty room that they ain't done nothing with. That's what creeped me out even more. I just heard bangs in there a couple minutes ago. And I go, no, nothing in there at all. And this room didn't have, but room 14 did not have the side door where you can go in the next room. So how were they actually getting in there? Besides the front door? Or were they getting in there from my door? So after that, I started thinking maybe it was paranormal or something. Which it could have been. I went and told that guy working. I was like, I went into room 14, there was nothing in there, nothing. You all seen his eyes. Like he was shocked that I went in there. Like I wasn't supposed to go in there at all. All he said was, you weren't supposed to go in there. There's somebody living in there. I was like, there ain't nobody living in that room at all. Not a single person. There ain't no furniture or nothing in there. How is somebody living in there? His eyes got even bigger, like he didn't know what to do or say. I was like, that's what I thought. So basically, I went to my room, started packing stuff. I was getting the heck out of there. I wasn't living there not no minute. And that's when I heard the loudest bang I've ever heard in room 14. I left the door open and went in there. There was some dark shadow in the corner. I ran over to the corner with my kitchen knife. And there was nothing there. Not a single thing. The dark shadow was gone. There was nobody in the room at all. I looked. So I went in my room, packed all my stuff, threw everything in the car, and got the heck out of there immediately. All I could think about while driving to another motel was, what was in room 14, really? Was it paranormal? Was somebody mess with me? Why was the guy working there acting so weird? All these things that come into my mind. What would have happened if I stayed there? I'm just glad I got the heck out of there. I know we'll return back to the motel. It was just weird the stuff that happened. It very well could have been paranormal, but I don't know. I'm just glad I survived.